Hey guys and girls, Nathan here from the B.Invested headquarters, talking to you guys today about finance. So, topic of discussion today, why is it always important to get access to equity when you can? So many times I've seen so much lost opportunity there in changing markets, changing finance markets, just changing in different things that happen out there, changing lending standards and whatnot. To investors where they have the opportunity to access equity today, but they go, oh, I'm going to wait 3 months, wait 6 months, whatever the case may be, and something changes. The missus gets pregnant, they change their job, their business changes, whatever the case may be, and they come back to us and say, hey guys, can I get some equity out now? And the opportunity has gone and sailed. So, as an investor, I think it's always important. A lot of people go out there and they focus so much about, I want to buy a property, or going to focus on a reno, or I'm going to wait for this, or I'm going to wait to see what happens in the economy or whatever. If the valuer is going to value your asset today more, you have the ability to get access to equity. I think it's important to always grab the equity by the horns and take advantage of it. If you're not going to use it, that's cool, but at least have the equity there in your position, because then you don't have to go back to the bank and try and beg them. So obviously, as always, no financial advice comes from Nathan, but it's important to look holistically at your portfolio constantly and thinking, can I get access to my equity? Your finance broker, your bank, your finance strategist, whoever it is, should be looking at your position every sort of 6 months to be like, okay, can you get some equity? What can you do with that equity? If they're worth their weight in what you do with them, if they're worthwhile dealing with, they would be doing that. At Zinger Finance, a lot of you guys may or may not know, I run a finance company, a large-scale finance company called Zinger Finance, and in my finance company, we help people build property portfolios, mum and dad investors, first-time buyers, large sophisticated investors. Here in 2020, this year alone, it's June now in 2020, probably about 80 to 100 times we've pulled out equity on behalf of our investors that may have bought the property 2 years ago, that may have bought the property 5 years ago, that may have bought the property 2 weeks ago. If there's opportunity to get equity in there, we're always looking to how we can help elevate our investors and get them to the next level. So, it's really important. How many properties are you planning on buying in the next 12 months? What is your finance strategy going to be? What is your debt strategy going to be? How are you going to be accumulating this debt? How is this debt going to help you, build that portfolio position out? What is your plan to reduce your debt this year? Debt-based questions, very important, right? We live in a debt-based fiat Ponzi scheme system where all dollars are based in debt. So if you use a dollar, you're using debt anyway. It's important to understand how your currency works, but also the debt that you're using in order to buy assets. How can you make it work for you? A lot of people say to me, Nathan, you just walk throughout life and treat it like it's a big game monopoly. And the reason being is that I take the time, energy, and effort to understand how debt works and how I can use it to my benefit in order to improve my position. I think everybody should be doing that. If you can sort of get access to equity, I always get access to equity when I can. Someone might say, well, I don't need $20,000 right at the moment, but one day you might need the $20,000 and you may not be able to beg the bank to get it, or you may have to beg the bank to get it and they won't give it to you. But if you have the opportunity to get that $20,000 a day, at least that $20,000 is in your hands and you've got the opportunity to spend it however you wish. So if you need help reviewing your finance strategy, you want to have help defining what your debt strategy is, you want to know how you can increase your holdings, how you can move from your first property into your second property, you need help in education around finance, reach out to my team, guys. Reach out to Zinger Finance, call us on 1300 367 925 or email my office at info@zingerfinance.com.au. So info, I-N-F-O, at Zinger, Z-I-N-G-E-R, finance.com.au. Catch up soon, guys. Look forward to helping you kick ass with your goals and building out a debt strategy for you. Bye for now.